I'm artist Lillian Gray, and today I'm going to teach you how to make beautiful, bold, colorful oil pastel portraits. We have got an awesome worksheet pack to go with this video, and you can buy it from our Teachers Pay Teachers store. You don't need it to do this project, but it definitely makes things easier. This art project has been simplified into 5 steps. We will be covering the following in this video. Let's dive straight into the process. Step 1. We need to choose a reference. Now there are 2 important things to consider when selecting a photo: the copyright and the value range. Unsplash is a fantastic website for sourcing beautiful, free-to-use, high-definition images gifted by photographers worldwide. Our worksheet pack for this video includes the QR codes that you can simply scan to access the Unsplash photos I will be using in this video. Remember, you never know where your artwork will end up. It might be a gift for grandma right now, but maybe sometime later you decide to sell it. It's best to avoid copyright issues from the start. The second thing to consider is the image's value range, which refers to how the image depicts dark and light areas. High contrast images with extremely dark or light areas can be challenging to draw and might not translate well into an artwork. Now that you have chosen your reference, it's time to move on to the next step. People often ask me, Lillian, how do you create your large, bold portrait paintings that you are known for? In this section of the video, I'm inviting you into my headspace. Let's analyze the reference together and visualize what's happening inside my brain before I start painting a portrait. Analyzing your reference. Before you begin your final artwork, it's best to pause and truly understand what you are drawing. For this project, understanding your picture's value range is crucial. So let's convert the image to black and white to make things easier. Different textures react to light in various ways. Dry skin usually absorbs light, while oily skin reflects it. Hair reflects light differently compared to skin, and eyes tend to be shinier because of their moisture. Okay, so let's identify the light source of the picture. Which direction is the light coming from? In this photo, from the top right corner. But how does this affect all the elements of this face? I recommend 2 methods to truly understand the dark, light, and midtones of your image: the planes method and the rivers method. This is great brain gymnastics and will take your drawing skills to the next level. Take your chosen reference and imagine the head is made out of cardboard. Imagine that you need to build the entire face out of cardboard box. How would you go about that? Start by dividing the head into planes. These are the cardboard panels. Continue doing so until you have constructed each element of the face. Now that you are finished, remember where your light source is coming from. Identify the planes that are tilted towards the light and others that are cast in shadow. This is really an excellent exercise. I highly recommend that you actually do this instead of just watching. If you find this exercise truly challenging, you can also use tracing paper to draw on top of your reference to make it a little easier on yourself. The rivers method. My favorite method is the rivers method. I imagine the various values as rivers flowing across the face. First, let's identify the river of light. Then the river of dark, followed by the midtones. So you have now simplified the image into 3 areas: dark, light, and middle. Once you have the hang of that, you can make it more complex by breaking it down into 5 tones: highlights, light areas, midtones, darks, and black. Now that you understand the values in your reference, let's move on to allocating colors. It's time to add our bold colors to the portrait. Let's quickly recap the color wheel. Warm colors includes red, oranges, and yellows, which evoke feelings of warmth and energy. These colors are associated with things like sunlight and fire, creating a sense of excitement and coziness. In artworks, warm colors tend to come forward, making elements appear closer and more prominent. Cool colors includes blues, greens, and purples, which evoke a sense of calmness and tranquility. These colors are reminiscent of water, sky, and foliage, creating a soothing and refreshing effect. In artwork, cool colors tend to recede, making elements appear further away and less prominent. Analogous colors are groups of colors next to each other on the color wheel. These colors harmonize well. Since they are closely related, analogous colors are often used to create a sense of cohesion and unity in artwork. Complementary colors are pairs of colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel, such as red and green, blue and orange. When placed next to each other, they create a striking contrast and enhance each other's intensity, making each color appear more vibrant. This combination is often used to draw attention and create dynamic, visually appealing artworks. Feel free to play around with the color wheel and experiment with various color schemes and combinations. For my final artwork in this video, I'm going to opt for a more complex color scheme. So let's learn how to do that. So as you know, warm colors tend to move towards your eye, and cold colors tend to recede. Assign cool colors to the dark tones and shadows, and warm colors to the light areas. On your worksheet, you can plan out your colors. Remember, this is just your planning for your final artwork. It's to give you clarity that once you start your final artwork, you know where to place each color. You can also determine if the colors you have chosen blend well together and gives you the look and feel that you desire. Okay, it's time to start our final artwork. We don't have time in this video to teach you how to draw a face. For that, you can check out my free online drawing course for detailed instructions. For those confident in drawing, please draw your face from scratch. This video focuses on oil pastel techniques, so I will quickly show you a hack for transferring your image. Flip your printed reference over and cover the back with graphite pencil. Secure it at the top of your final page. Then trace the outline with a sharp pencil. When you lift the reference, you will see your outlines on your artwork page. So now you understand your image. You have analyzed your reference, you have planned your colors, and you have drawn your outlines on your final page. Now it's time to create the final artwork. Here are some pro tips. Avoid smudging by placing a paper towel under your hand. Keep your colors clean by wiping the tip of your oil pastel often. Try to add black last to keep your colors bright. Use different mark making techniques to keep it visually interesting. Sgraffito is also an excellent way to add highlights and textures to certain areas. Too much oil pastel on your surface can make it difficult for new colors to stick. Use the sgraffito technique to remove some of the pastel, creating space for a new color. To get rid of the excess flakes, use a smooth synthetic paintbrush to gently brush them away. Now that you are equipped with powerful tips and tricks, let's move on and create our final artwork. Epic! So are you done? How do you know when your artwork is done? Da Vinci said an artwork is never done, but only abandoned. That sounds rather sad to me, and I don't actually agree with him. To me, art is visual communication. Once your artwork says what you needed to say, I believe you are done. As a rule of thumb, I use the 7 elements of art as a way to check whether my work is complete. I've created a handy checklist for reviewing your artwork. If you can thoughtfully answer these questions, you're probably done. You can pause the video here to view all the questions. The checklist is also available on our Teachers Pay Teachers store as a printout or a class poster. Well done on finishing your artwork. Remember to share it with me on our various social channels. You can always push yourself more as an artist and improve your skills. Why not go and look at what other artists have done to find some inspiration? Here are some oil pastel artworks I really enjoyed looking at. And that's it for today's project. I hope you had loads of fun, and please share with me everything you have created on social media. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Until next time! Mommy? Where'd you go?